What's up, everybody? You are back on the other side with me, Mike G, and today I am honored to be joined by one of the fastest rising contenders in the bare knuckle fighting championships today. He has slept his last three opponents in a row. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to the crazy white boy, ZEB Vincent. How's it going, Zeb?
Good. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very well. First off, these shirts, man. I've never been lucky enough to get a shirt sent to me based on my next interview. So this is awesome. This is a first ever. Thanks, man.
Hey, man, that's a blessing, and it's just awesome to be able to represent Get Slept and Slept Athletics. Sean
Mhm.
Keys and Tim Sylvia over there, they're doing something big, man, and I love to be a part of it and help make it even bigger with the BKFC, man. And thanks, Mike G, for repping it as well, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I don't know about you. Sean is one of my favorite people in the world. I talk to him almost every other day, and he's either the most annoying person I know or my best friend in the world or both at the same time. I've never met anyone like him. He's awesome.
Yeah, good people,
A-
man.
Absolutely. All right, man, let's get right into it. Take me back to the very beginning. Where are you from and what was it like as a kid for you growing up? I know you had it pretty rough. Talk about it.
Oh well, yeah, I'd say pretty rough, man. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County, and Wyandotte County is the county that sits right on the line of Kansas and Missouri. So I'm right in the city parts. You hear Kansas a lot, and people think of like, Wizard of Oz and farms and country town, and then it's not that when it comes with me. You know what I mean? It's never been that. I've always been an inner city kid. I've always been in the neighborhoods in the inner city, and so yeah, man, Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County, and I went to Turner High School. It's District 202 or something like that. It I'd say it wasn't really bad out of all the schools in Wyandotte, man. It was one of the better schools, to be honest, man. But there's a bad crowd in every school. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I definitely was with that bad crowd. My family was really big into drugs, man. I was always around abusers, you know what I mean? And whether that's physical abuse, drug abuse, any type of abuse, I was around it a lot, man. And so it was kind of hard to stay out of, you know what I mean? Stay out of the trouble. And I was just in it already. I didn't have a choice, man. And I did have a really good. I'm not gonna say my parents were terrible, man, because I had some people that definitely chose to tell me right things. And of course, there's no perfect parent. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect.
Absolutely.
So like I said, drugs were big, man, and the house I came up in, and my parents were separated at a young age. You know what I mean? So I dealt with that. I had a lot of stepbrothers, stepsisters, and I got a biological brother, and it was just coming up in a crazy household, man, for real. My mama, God rest her soul, she was a heavy crack abuser coming up, so I was born into that life. Always, that's why fighting came not so natural to me, man, because it's just it was a chaotic house. It was a chaotic lifestyle all the time. So I was used to it. And then I was a kid fighting men, you know what I mean? And I didn't have a
Okay.
choice but to, you know what I'm saying? I had to. So like I said, drugs, man, I was around them so much. It was just came second nature, like it was normal, you know what I mean?
That's what people do.
It was normal, you know what I'm saying? It was normal to have around. Guns was normal to have around. All the dangerous shit you wouldn't want around kids, it was normal to have around. And I thank God every day, and I thank my mom, God rest her soul, that she took me into Steve Crawford's American Jiu Jitsu when I was like 14 or 15 years old. And she told Steve Crawford, he's my original mentor, my original coach that started me in MMA, American Jiu Jitsu. That's his logo right there.
Oh
And
yeah.
I still eat breakfast with the man every Wednesday morning. You know, he's a father figure to me, and he's literally a family member, man. So back to
That's
Steve. Yeah, she
beautiful.
she she took me in there when I was real young, about 14, 15, and told him this kid's basically a troublemaker, man, and he needs to be whooped on. And that's what they did. There was nothing but pro fighters in there that were very legit. Um, Guys like Leo Pla, guys like Rob Kimmons, guys like Bobby
Hmm.
Volker, guys like Curtis Stout, guys like Jacob Aiken. The list goes on and on. I could keep naming guys that would whoop me into shape and really show me what fighting was, because I went in there with such a street mentality and thinking that was okay to have in a gym, and I got my ass whooped like I should have, you know what I mean, like I deserved. So with that, I went back. I definitely took it as a lesson. I went back to school and I started wrestling, and I wrestled for about 6 years, and I did Golden Gloves boxing for about 3 years, and I started fighting MMA in, like, I don't know what it was, 2016, 2015 or something like that. I had my first fight maybe long time ago in MMA, and it just evolved from there, man. It really started evolving because MMA, I still have a love for MMA, but I'm a bare knuckle fighter, you know. First and foremost, I got to say that I'm a bare knuckle fighter. You know, that's what I am. I'm a bare knuckle fighter. I'm not a bare knuckle boxer. I'm a bare knuckle fighter. And I really applaud Feldman and the whole company, because they stress that, you know, they stress that a lot. It's bare knuckle fighting, you know, it's not bare knuckle boxing. And I think a lot of people get it misconstrued, you know, but it's all right, man. I'm a bare knuckle fighter. I've turned from a mixed martial artist to a bare knuckle fighter. And I think in my mind, I was always a bare knuckle fighter. Coming from where I come from, what I've done my whole life, I've been a bare knuckle fighter, you know? So yeah, man, it's natural to me. So when I'm getting that squared circle, man, I feel home. I love it. I love everything that comes with it. I love talking with guys like you that are so real and down to earth and that understand what type of life people can come from when they've been through almost the same type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you would say at one point fighting was a coping mechanism that turned into a way out. Is that accurate?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It was definitely if I wasn't at the gym, I was in the streets, you know? So being in the gym saved me. Having a wife that really taught me and showed me, like, look, what you're doing right now isn't smart. You're gonna just get locked up. You're gonna die, like all your friends and all your, you know what I mean, like your family and your friends have done. Like, stay in the gym, do what you're good at. You know, and my mom was my biggest fan, man. So every time I fight, I hear her, and that's awesome. It really pushed. She passed in 2019, and I won my first title in 2019 in MMA amateur. So, and I was 205 pounds at the time, man. So I fight at 170 now. I've really turned my life around, man, for the better. I help the youth in my gym now. I'm a coach. This is my life, man. Fighting and teaching and growing and learning and adapting, you know, that's me. So
absolutely, that's awesome. I want to talk about Synergy. Was it FC7 June 17th, that MMA debut? Talk a little bit about that fight itself and what it felt like specifically getting that victory.
Man, you brought up a badass story just now because I was like, seriously, man, that's awesome. You brought it up because I was going to a weigh-in to support some teammates, and at this weigh-in, my opponent that I knocked out on that fight was there, and he had a matchup, and the guy didn't show, and the guy has a mouth on him, man. He runs his mouth, man. He came in there and was running his mouth literally, and he had his camera out and shit and pointed his camera at me and was like, you down to fight? And I was 85 at the time, and I said, I'm the best 185 in the room. I said that to him, you know, with confidence, and he didn't like it. He fucking snapped. He fucking started acting all wild, all crazy. He was like, well, sign up to fight me then. Who are you? Are you even a pro? And da-da-da-da-da. And at this time, I've only had one pro fight, and it was my bare knuckle fight against Keegan Vandermeer when I was 205 pounds. So I haven't had a pro MMA fight yet. So he didn't really, man, I think he knew who I was. I think he was just talking. So what it was, he wanted me to fight him the next day, not sell any tickets, not have no, you know what I mean? Not be able to have none of my people there, just come there and have it's his show, right? Fuck that. I told him straight up, I was like, fuck this show. Fuck the promotion. I'll fight you right now. I said, we can fight right now. I don't care about you. You know what I mean? I don't care about this. So my coach, Rudy Bears, my coach where I train at, Rudy Bears Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Westport, Kansas City, Missouri, he grabbed me, he said, Zeb, let's do it the right way. Let's set it up. Let's make the date. I'll talk to Zach Cummings, and Zach Cummings, UFC vet. He owns that show, Synergy FC, and that guy actually trains at Zach's gym also. So Rudy fought Zach a long time ago too. So our coaches fought. We ended up fighting. It's really a cool deal, man. I got my revenge, and needless to say, it wasn't revenge, but it was justice served, man. He come in there popping off at the mouth at the wrong person, and I slept his ass. He dropped like a sack of potatoes, man, and he deserved that 1,000 times more, bro, because wasn't nobody giving me the respect I deserved, and I kind of took it that night. You know what I mean? And it was in my hometown, man. Wyandotte County, right here. It's tatted on my chest. Wyandotte County, that's where I'm from. It was there at Memorial Hall. That shit was fire, man. I'm so happy you brought that up because that just sparked that shit fuels me, man. Shit like that fuels me. There's still people counting me out. There's still people that think I'm gonna lose. You know what I mean? And the BKFC middleweight title is gonna be put on my waist this year. I don't know what month. I don't know what day. I know that this year the BKFC middleweight title is going on my waist, one way or the other, bro. They're gonna have to.
Hell yeah! Don't give them a choice.
Yeah.
All right. Another one of your MMA fights I wanted to ask about. January 12th, 2024 at LFA 174. Ouch, man. How did that fight play out? And for viewers, please, normal guys have maybe been kicked before, hit before. Explain for us normal dudes the difference between what we've experienced and what you experienced that night.
Hey, so a cup only does so much. A cup only does so much. And when they hit it, when they aim for it and hit it 3 times in a row, you can't really do much, you know? So I told the ref I wanted the fight to continue because I was mad, you know, I was pretty pissed off. I know he was targeting me there. So my coaches told me he wanted a way out, you know. I was piecing him up. He was feeling my hands. He didn't want to be in there no more. So I think he tried to grapple with me, and when we got against the cage, he literally kicked. I think he kneed me twice in the nuts and kicked me once. So it's, yeah. My voice was pretty high pitched at the moment.
I bet, man. I can't imagine that. I can't even imagine. I mean, I've had buddies walk by and just do that, and it's 15 minutes. I'm out of service. I can't.
Take you out.
I can't imagine. All right. Let's see here. Other than boxing, obviously, were there any specific training methods you had to adopt, or anything you had to do different in the gym to prepare for bare knuckle? We've all seen, goofy videos of guys grinding gasoline and rice and aluminum foil into their knuckles. But for you, was there any? Is it just switching to striking only?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, it was just stop grappling a lot. I just stopped doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and just stuck with my hands. And obviously, I stopped throwing like hammer fist and elbows because I love those. So
sure,
I kind of just really adapted their style of bare knuckle fighting. I and made it my own because I went to that seminar with Sean Wheelock and running it, and it's literally, it was like exposing what I like to do, you know, and it's bare knuckle fight. It's kind of the ins and outs of BKFC, bare knuckle fighting championship, and it's specific type of fighting, man. There's certain things you can do that you can't do in other sports. So
yeah, it's not bare knuckle boxing. There is a difference.
No, there's a difference, man, and I love it. I'm built for it. I'm made for it. April 18th, I get to show the world again why I'm top 5 in the middleweight, why I'm here to win, man. I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over, like Connor says, man.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
For real.
October 15th, 2022, Richmond versus Doolittle. You make your first walk to the squared circle against Keegan Vandermeer. Talk about what happened in that fight and what you learned or maybe experience you got from it.
Man, shout out Keegan Vandermeer. One of the best dudes I've ever met and talked to or fought ever. Literally, he's awesome. He's a good buddy of mine now. So,
Great.
shout out Keegan. But yeah, man, let's go back to that fight. That fight that kind of made me who I am today, you know, kind of turned me into the fighter I am now in the squared circle. It kind of formed how I train and what I do a lot more because I was 205 at the time. I obviously wasn't prepared for the size of the show at the time. The cameras, the lights,
Starstruck a little.
yeah, it was really, really big for me, man, because I've never fought on a show like that before, you know? It was the biggest show I've ever fought on in my life. And it really threw me off. It really took me out of my game. And I went out there and brawled, and Keegan did what he had to do and landed a nice straight right on my head and put 3 staples in my head, man. And he shattered his hand, sent me videos of them pulling rods out of his hand. So
Oh my
it
God.
it literally sounded like a tree limb snapping, man. It was pretty devastating, but I would say it's huge of me and my character, man, and it shows the people really it shows the people how hard I work and how much I pour into this sport, because a lot of people will lose like that and come back and are not the same, and they're
Yeah.
totally different. They're not better. They might not be worse either, but they're definitely not the same. It changes a lot of people, man, getting put on your ass like that.
Mm-hmm.
I say it changed me for the better. It really helped me, man. Fighting Keegan and having that exposure and just getting out there and getting my feet wet, getting in the squared circle for the first time, seeing what it's like. It's huge. I think that's why I have an advantage over my opponent coming up, man. I've been in there 4 times. This is going to be my 5th fight in BKFC. And I got 3 wins in a row. He's got 1 fight in there. I'm going to show him what the BKFC is. And I believe he's tough. I believe he's got the heart. He's stepping in there with me. So, like I said on another podcast I did, man, we'll see how he acts when he's face to face with me, because that's when you really see. That's when, to me, when you get right here, I think you really get to tell what a man is, what you're about. I can read eyes real well, I believe. So I think eyes are a window to the soul, like they say, man.
Absolutely. Can you tell I got something stuck in this one 15 minutes before we started recording, and it's all red because I've been rubbing it? I thought I was going to have to postpone our shit, dude, because I couldn't find any eye drops. I got an eyelash. If it's red, dude, it's no flour.
It's like I ain't gonna be able to see shit.
That's what I thought. I was going to have to postpone it until I got it out. All right, man. Now that we got your only loss of your bare knuckle career out of the way, let's talk about the good stuff, man. Some wins. September 22nd, 2023, BKFC 50, Hunt versus Kamosi. You take on Jesse Stadler, looking to bounce back from your previous loss. And tell us what you did in 59 seconds that night.
Man, I landed one of the cleanest, longest jousting uppercuts I've ever thrown, man. And it didn't land flush. It landed how I wanted to. It skipped right off of his eye, right here. It skipped right off of it. A lot of these guys in bare knuckle, man, they throw to knock people out only, and I'm throwing to cut you up. I'm throwing to. I want you leaving look like Freddy Krueger got a hold of you, man. I want these guys to not ever want to do this again after they fight me. You know, that's literally what I want these guys to feel like and say. I want them to switch sports after they fight me. Either go back to MMA or go box, or you can go golf. I don't care. Just don't do bare knuckle no more after you fight me. And that's my goal, man. So yeah, Jesse Stalder, he came in tough. He was a strong guy, but I landed a super clean uppercut. Boom, lead hand uppercut, and it sliced him real good, and they ended it there.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember a former heavyweight boxing champion named Donovan Razor Ruddock, but he was known for having a strange left hand kind of uppercut, hook, shovel punch. That punch that you just described that knocked Jesse out. Check out some of Donovan's left hands. He was famous for it. It's almost the exact same punch.
I'll have to. I'll have
So
to.
there
I'll
you
have
go.
to watch it now, man. I'll have to watch him now.
It's the same punch. All right.
Awesome, man.
Let's see. May 31st, 2024. You take on KC Moses. You picked up the win by injury. Does a victory by injury feel any different than a regular win?
I love when the doctors stop it, man. It just lets me know I'm doing my job. It lets me know I'm
Welcome.
doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know? When a doctor stops the fight and saves the man from going blind, saves the man from having potential lifetime damage, you know?
Mhm.
It comes to fighter safety first. So I'm all about that as well, you know? And us at the BKFC are about that. We're about showing that bare knuckle fighting can be safer than MMA. It can be safer than boxing. You know what I mean? So to me, it's doing my job when the doctor calls it off, you know?
Gotcha. Up next, your most recent fight took place on August 16th last year. You took on Doug Coltrane. What are your thoughts on how that fight played out in the result?
The whole night was like a movie, man. Literally. It was a movie. The whole crowd was chanting my name. It was in my backyard, Wyandotte County, Memorial Hall, the same place I knocked that guy out in MMA, Mac Mo Green. His name's Bernard Mayberry. They call him Mac Mo Green, so let's get that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, man, that night was a movie. It was a movie, man. Everybody was there. I had people from my high school that were there, man. It was fucking huge. Doug Coltrane he put up a good tough fight, man. He was good. He's skilled. He's very skilled. He's very long. He's a long fighter. So I had to kind of change my tactics a little bit. You know, I like to use my jab and be long as well. So I had to get inside with him. I had to bang with him. I had to show him the real dog, you know, and pull that real dog out because he dropped me
Yeah.
in the second round. Then I popped back up and was on his ass. You know, I was on him quick. So like like my previous fights before that, man, I think I really showed an outclass. I outclassed him. I outskilled him, and I showed the crowd of BKFC a hell of a fight, man. A hell of a fight. I showed him something that everybody would want to say. I want to see him fight again. And I also want people leaving saying that, man. I want fans leaving saying that. I want to see him fight again. Who's that guy? I want to see ZEB fighting again, you know, CWB. That's who I want to see. So I'm making that happen, man. With each and every fight, I believe I'm making that happen. I hear it from so many fans. I hear it from so many promoters. I hear it from so many managers. I hear it from so many teammates, coaches, everything. It's coming in full circle, man. It's the hard work's just beginning to pay off, and I ain't even getting started yet, man. I'm just warming up because I just turned 30 March 22nd, man, and I feel so smarter and so tactical and
Mhm.
than I've ever felt in my life, you know? So I'm going about things the right way now, and all my ducks are in a row.
Yeah.
We're ready.
That's awesome, dude. Now tell me about your upcoming fight. Talk about Ramirez as an opponent and what he can expect to face in the ring.
Yeah, he's a shorter, kind of stouter. He's a kind of a littler dude. He's smaller, which is it's gonna be weird to deal with too, because he's gonna be diving in with big overhands. He's gonna be coming with big hooks and uppercuts, most likely on the inside. He might try to tie up with me. Um, Either way it goes, I'm gonna be better than him. If we're clinching, I'll be better than him. If we're fighting at range, I'll be better than him. And if it comes down to a dogfight and we're just sitting there banging it out, I'm gonna be more tactical and I'm gonna be better than him.
Mhm.
Like I said, man, I'm smart. I'm so smart now. I don't go in there trying to bang it out with nobody. I go in there like a sniper and I take my shots and you know, I take my shots and I collect my bounty. You know, like I'm just I'm gonna be me, man. I'm gonna be ZEB CWB Vincent, and I'm gonna be that guy that everybody says I want to see him fight again. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Yeah.
make the show. I'm gonna make the show. I know they got a main event, but I am the main event that night, man. I really feel that. I really feel that. I really feel I'm the best on the card. So The opponent, he's tough, man. I give him all his respect in the world, you know? So, like I do with every guy I fight, every man I've fought in, cage, squared circle, wherever, I respect you if you're willing to stand in front of me. Is he willing to stand in front of me? We'll see,
We're
you
gonna
know?
see.
We'll see. We'll see.
What is the best part of fighting for the BKFC?
For me, I seen it. I watched it long time ago. I seen it pop up, and I don't even remember what fight I was watching. But me and my wife seen it, and I told my wife, I said, "I'm gonna do that." She's like, "What? You're fucking crazy, are you?" I said, "Babe, watch. I'm gonna do it." I said, "I'm gonna do it," and I had the opportunity, man. I went to tryouts like 3 or 4 years ago in Colorado. I got that fight with Vandermeer. I got my foot in the door, and for me, it's just life changing, man. Everything is BKFC for me now, man. My keys are on BKFC. You know what I mean? My
Same.
shirt, BKFC. My
Yep.
it's in my hand, you know. So it's for me, it's my life now. Bare knuckle fighting championship is my life. It really is, man. I'm gonna be a part of something I am a part of something that's the biggest growing combat sport in the world right now. You know, it's something that's huge, man. It's monumental, and I'm gonna put my stamp on it. I'm gonna have my footprint in it for sure, and it will be left, and it will be remembered, man. Because I'm gonna make a statement each and every time I go out there. So, back to your question. I love it. I love fighting for the BKFC, man. It's my life.
For fans of, let's say, MMA or boxing who maybe aren't sure about whether or not they want to watch BKFC, what would you tell them they're missing out on compared to other combat sports?
There's not a dull moment. Like there's no fights that are dull, boring. There's no like when you start a card, you won't want to get up to go get a drink because you might miss it, you know?
Yep.
And in MMA, boxing, it's all right to walk away and go grab something and come back. They might be doing the same thing they was doing when you left. In bare knuckle, it's not that way, man. These fights end sometimes in 15, 20 seconds, maybe less. So it's
2.5.
yeah, literally blink of an eye, boom, somebody can be out, you know? So it's nonstop action. It's quality TV, man. It's just quality entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons stars are involved with it, you know? Guys like Max Crosby, guys like Connor, guys like who else? Mike Perry, you know what I mean? Just the big guys of the company. They're involved in it for a reason, you know what I mean? And it's because of its trajectory. It's skyrocketing. It's not gonna stop. I'm a part of it. It's gonna make it even go bigger now. I mean, it's only gonna get better, man, and I'm all here for it, man. So if you haven't watched BKFC, watch it.
You got to. It's just go, go, go.
Go.
All right. One day when you're old and gray and your fighting career is over and you're sitting on your porch drinking sweet tea in your rocking chair, whittling a stick, mumbling about how Herbert Rogers Williams smashed your nuts back in 2024, what do you hope to have accomplished and what legacy do you hope to have left behind?
That's a great one, man. I like that one. Hey, I like that one, bro. Hey, like I said, man, I'm gonna leave a footprint in the world of bare knuckle fighting. I'm gonna leave my stamp in that for sure. And I'll definitely want to coach and continue to coach and you know what I mean, possibly have my own gym one day, you know. I aspire to be that, you know. I aspire to have that. I aspire to have my own gym. I aspire to build my own brand. And I can do it. I can do it with BKFC, man. BKFC and the CWB are going to make it happen, bro. It's going to be, by the time I'm old and gray, I definitely want to look back at titles as well, man. I want to have multiple titles, you know. I want to hold multiple titles. I have 2 amateur belts right now. I'm gonna have 2 professional belts. That's always been. Once I won those 2 titles, I've always told myself that, especially when I turned pro, I was like, I gotta get 2 belts at pro now. So I believe I can do that, and I'm gonna.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Um, these next questions are kind of strange. I want to bridge the gap between professional fighter and someone watching a video or a podcast on YouTube. Regular guys like myself, my neighbors, my coworkers view fighters as having something different or being different than us. We would never go in that ring or that cage, but you guys do. So these questions are just to bridge the gap between fighter and redneck neighbor.
All right.
All right, first question. What do you like better, pulled pork or brisket?
Pulled pork.
There we go. I thought you'd have a favorite considering Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right, who are you a bigger fan of, Biggie or Tupac?
Pac.
There we go.
Pac. Yeah, Pac. Tupac for sure.
Favorite animal at the zoo?
Gorilla. Silverback.
Okay. Both in their prime, who wins, Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson?
I'm gonna have to go Tyson, man. Just
right.
because I don't know. Muhammad Ali's been knocked out before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I think Tyson might get him.
All right. Similar question. Both in their prime, who wins, GSP or Anderson Silva?
I'm going with the Spider. I've always been a Silva guy, man. I don't know. My defense is like his. I'm always
There we go.
moving. I'm always using the hand fighting and I love Anderson Silva, man. So I'd have to go with the Spider.
Me too. He's my favorite MMA fighter ever. Love that guy.
Go.
All right. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog.
You got one around there somewhere?
No, not here. I'm at my gym right now, but
Okay.
I did have a pit bull, me and my wife, and we're in an apartment right now, but I'm about to be getting a house soon, so I'm gonna have a bunch of dogs here soon.
Right on, man. All right. Better movie, Bloodsport or Kickboxer?
Bloodsport.
Hell yeah. Everybody says Bloodsport.
It's classic.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Gross.
No. My wife's from California. She would say otherwise, but we'd argue about that to the day we die.
That's awesome. Are you more likely to drink coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Okay. Are you like 1 cup in the morning guy or you drink it all day?
I've slowed down on it a lot. I actually used to drink like 2 or 3 cups in the morning, like 2 cups a day in the morning. Yeah. But I've slowed down a lot. Now I kind of treat it as a treat. I drink it on the weekends here and there every now and then. I treat it as like a dessert more or less.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to commit a bank robbery and you need 2 guys to go with you, a gunman and a getaway driver. Who are you taking?
Man, I got some homies I would take for sure, man. I don't know if I want to put their names out there like that because they're going to be the ones that are down to do it,
That's awesome.
There's a couple out there I could say that would go right now with me, man. So I'm going to answer the question that way.
Very good. Allegedly.
All right.
All right. Your bathroom at home, the toilet paper, does it feed over the front of the roll or does it go behind?
In front.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
All right. What is something that you really enjoy that people don't know about?
Las Vegas Raiders football, man.
There we go.
I mean, any Raiders football, right? Like my parents were married in the Oakland Coliseum, man. So I'm a lifelong Raider fan, and I don't know if they didn't know of that about me. Now they know, And I'm from Kansas City, so sometimes people get it mixed up. They're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" I'm like, "Look, I was born into this, So.
But that's same division, right? Same conference,
Yeah,
same division.
AFC
Oh
West.
man,
Yeah.
You got one of
Oh
those
yeah.
license plates that's like half Raiders, half Kansas City on the front?
Oh no, my wife's from Oakland, California, man. So it was match made in heaven. We're Raiders all the way.
That's awesome. All right. Let's see here. As someone who's gone through real struggles in their life, yourself and myself, um, I think you know the reason I do these interviews is to reach people who are going through struggles, any kind of struggles. In the world these days, there's a million different things that can trip you up and get life backwards. If you had a message to share with someone who's going through something right now, what would that message be?
Keep your head up. Keep your head up and stay focused. And don't let it deter you from what your goal is. Make sure you have a goal. That's number
Yeah.
one. Have a
Yeah.
goal. You gotta have a goal. You gotta start somewhere, you know?
Hmm.
Be able to look that person in the mirror, you know? It starts with you. It starts with you.
Absolutely. What is the best way for fans of yours and friends to keep up with you and what you're doing in the BKFC?
Hey, just stay tuned in to ZEB Vincent on IG. Stay tuned in with all these podcasts. Stay tuned in with Mike G. Stay tuned
That's
in with
right.
all these guys, man. BKFC is it's booming. So just tune into my IG, tune into my Facebook, tune into Snapchat, all that crap, man. ZCWB. If you want to keep an eye on it, I post training videos. I post all kinds of
Okay.
content all the time. It's mostly fighting, family, and training, man. So that's what my life's about. So get
Yeah.
slept, get slept.
CWB. Zeb, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to say before we hop off here?
Nah, let me shout out my sponsors, man. Uppercut Whiskey, Iron Eagle Customs, XM Automotive, Midtown Tattoos, Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Steve Crawford's American Jiu-Jitsu, Concrete Inc. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Mike G. Let's shout out Mike G.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out Mike G. Get Slept, Tim Sylvia, and Sean Keys. Shout them out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on, Mike.
No problem. I'll get this uploaded as soon as it's done. I'll send you the first copy. For any reason you don't like it, let me know. I will take it down.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Have a good one, man. Good luck in your upcoming fight. I
See you.
appreciate
Thank you,
your
man.
time.
I
Bye bye.
appreciate you.